mean, I won't lie. Kind of hope Donald Trump does get reelected. Is that a bad thing to say?
I mean, you know what they say. Acquit me once. No, indict me once. Shame on me. Indict me twice. Shame on me again. Indict me a third time. Shame on you. But indict me a fourth. You're not gonna indict me again.
Well, the saying I've heard is indict me once, shame on me. Indict me twice, shame on you. Indict me once again, or indict me again.
Once again, and once again, even you indict me.
No, I fucked it up. I was trying to do a quote from you probably, I don't know if you watch Howie Mandel's podcast.
No.
He has this guy on there. I don't remember what his name is, something with a J. And
Okay.
that's like one joke that he has where it's just that, and it's just fool me once, but it's not indicting me, but it's fool me once, and he just repeats it until they tell him to stop. And then one time he's like, I got 17 in one time. I was this is dumb. I don't remember.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
well. Did he did he say fool me 17 times? Is that what he meant by he got 17 in?
No, he did it like
or-
fool me.
Did he say was it like fool me once? No, shame on me. But fool me again, shame on me. And then but fool me once. Did you just keep saying once?
Or I don't know.
He just kept saying once.
No, he just kept. Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
but he did.
Interesting bit. I'm sure in context it's much better.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to mix that and I think it was Bill Clinton or like George W. Bush. He's like,
there's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again."
You just completely fucked up the quote.
Yeah, we're both fucking up everything today.
Oh yeah, it's great. But hopefully we don't fuck up the rest of this episode. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Episode 56 of the Vibin podcast.
56,
man. It's a very interesting episode because we recorded 55 2 days ago.
Yes, but that's because
it's because time and worked out as such.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. But we can report we did pretty decent at that open mic. It went pretty all right.
I mean, yeah, when we got laughs, so that's pretty good. A little more than usual, so that's pretty good. I know.
Took a while to get all the way through it, but it happened.
What do you mean?
Well, just because I was like third last, it was like
yeah, because you
lasted quite a while. We were there quite a bit.
It was funny though.
But I think that did help having less people there, and towards the end of the night, I think, and like you said, there was less. I mean, some people before me were good. Some had bits and shit, but less consistency, and it was a smaller room, so it was easier to. It was more cozy,
I'd rather be more people there because that way I know if I suck,
Well, I feel, but it's a whole, it's a bunch of factors that go together. Like if there's a bunch of people there, and depending on the time, like earlier on, it's like we're at a comedy show works.
Oh my God,
it's not that strong.
Well, how much you put in there?
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah, but how much is a little bit to you?
Like a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but that's from the bottle. There's no nozzle on that.
No, there is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, squeeze a little bit. One. Squeeze it all out. But yeah, no, if there's a lot of people there and they're expecting it to be somewhat decent, and if there's a lot of people being silent, it's a lot worse than a fewer people being silent, and just the energy is working off each other, And by the end of the night, they're in an easier place to get to, especially the ones who've stayed the whole time because they're the ones who like comedy, and then the two people hosting it. But
well, yeah, the two guys who host it.
But it all depends on the energy and the people, So it's different. It's different vibes at different times, at different amounts.
True. I just like it. I like it when there's more pressure. That's a personal thing.
Exactly.
And that's how, like I said, because that's how I know I suck, and it'll make me do better.
And ideally, you would do it in front of a larger group to get the most reaction, the most viewability, and whatever. So it is ideal, but just in terms of like the feeling and the ease of it, But yeah, ideally, you would want it full of the full house with
Well, even then,
what's his name in it, and the two twins, the Olsen twins.
Full House.
Yeah. It was making a little Full House wordplay.
Apparently, Full House wasn't that great.
Full House was pretty decent. The Fuller House wasn't great, from what I heard.
Oh,
yeah,
Fuller House,
the newer one.
Oh God, a reboot. It's like that 70s show, but that 90s show.
Yeah,
fucking dumb. That's all those actors have for at that point when they, You know, that's as far as your career gets if you do a reboot of the show that was popular when you were in it 20 years
That
ago.
90s show didn't even have any of the original cast. It had Eric, I think, and maybe Donna. I think it was just them two in that 90s show. Other than that, it was a whole new cast, I think. And maybe Red and Kitty because they were the parents,
Yeah.
but it wasn't it wasn't all of them, I don't
Yeah,
think.
figures. I mean, and then you could just use the excuse, oh, the other guys moved
Oh,
away.
they had different things, or this one got arrested for, sexual assault or something.
Yeah, fucking whatever.
It sucks having to hide his actor. He fucking did some shit.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. He's in fucking jail
Yeah, or
for beating a lady?
I don't know. He did something. He did something that wasn't cool. He did something. He was a little bit of a knucklehead. He was,
Yeah, well,
well.
which I don't understand at that point. I'm like, come on, man. You have so much good going for you. What
Well,
made you?
did he though? Did he?
Probably
Let's be
not.
honest, because
Let's-
royalties from that '70s show, it's on Netflix, so he got something from that, and probably re-airing on daytime television. He probably got something from that. He's had at least a couple other acting jobs, but he wasn't in anything major. At least nothing we've seen. Maybe some B movie shit, but is he getting many royalties from that or whatever? So
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's fucking making a living, because that 70s show was so popular back in the 90s and shit.
yeah,
you
but
know?
but now, and this is the year of our Lord 2023, and whenever this happened, like I think it was before COVID. It was a scandal. It's like 2018, 19 at the
Oh, I
earliest.
don't remember something like
It
that.
was a while ago, but yeah, it's falling hard times, and especially if you're in that popular celebrity sphere, if you're doing drugs and shit, and you just get a little
Cuckoo.
get a little out of pocket, and shit happens.
Yeah, well, that's the scary thing if you get that deep, but you just got to
Oh, yeah.
control yourself.
Yeah,
Ideally, at least.
yeah. Until you get to a point where you can just not care, or you can have people to care for you, like a specialized team of doctors and surgeons you have on call just in case you OD or whatever the fuck.
Oh my
They can be like,
god.
don't do any cocaine today. And you can be like, really? Come just a little bit? No, don't do any. But what about ketamine? You can look over the charts again. You can have one dose at 12 p.m., but that's it. No more ketamine.
Oh, I don't want to live my life like that. That's
No,
awful.
but some people do.
I know, I
And
get.
God
but,
bless
like,
them.
wow, that's too much work at that point. If you can't manage yourself, be a decent person at that point, to know when you should stop and do certain things.
Yeah.
That's just awful.
Like real life stress is already hard enough. Like fucking work and shit, and like editing videos and having this timetable. Like adding fucking drug maintenance into that. It's like, oh, I gotta go to this guy's house. So wait an hour to get a fucking ounce. Like that's just a whole nother layer of stresses on your life you don't need.
Well, yeah, but I mean, all we
That's
really
sweet
do.
crack though. You're right.
Yeah, I need those
but
fucking
that
rocks,
taste,
dude.
It's a sweet taste. I've never gotten the taste once again.
Dude, let me tell you, crack smells like candy when you make it, tastes like birthday cake when you smoke
Oh
it.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's one of my favorite bits from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Dee and Dennis, there's a bit where they want to try to get on welfare because it's the easy way to make free money,
Right.
And the only way you can do that is if you're like a homeless or fucking crack addict, whatever. So they go and smoke crack. Well, at first they pretend that Dee is mentally handicapped and they give her a backwards helmet to put on.
She's not?
Surprisingly not, she just looks like a bird. But that doesn't work.
Oh, I just thought because she was blonde.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
you would think that, but no. Then they decide, okay, well, let's just become utter degenerates and just start smoking crack, and they just start smoking crack for like that episode, and then they don't ever again. But then like a few seasons later, it's like Mac and Dennis sitting down. And Mac's like, all right, Dennis, what's the one thing you want in the world more than anything? And it's like crack. I'd really like to get some crack, honestly, because apparently it's crack and heroin.
It's amazing.
It's one of those
apparently.
things,
It's so good, apparently.
Until you've done it 15 or so times, and it's debilitating, and then it's just you're just doing it because you have to.
Yeah, wow. I mean, you could say the same thing about these boys here too. But
I wonder if we'll ever reach a
do
time.
crack?
Exactly, kind of.
You want to?
In scientific and medical science, where we can synthesize the effects of heroin and crack into like a pill form. That's not as addictive. So regular Joe Schmoes like us can take that and be like, I wonder what crack is like. And you can just take this pill. It's like, okay, well, for 20 minutes, you're going to experience what crack is like.
I wouldn't do it.
But if we're medical science is like 50 years, they've perfected it. It doesn't have the addictive effects as crack, but it gives you the same like psychoactive type of like effects. So you can just see what it is like.
But I'm not into psychedelics, so that's the thing. I get so
Well,
paranoid.
I don't even think it's psychedelic. Yeah, I think it's
well, how do you know? Have you done crack?
No, but crack is like an opioid because it's like derived from heroin, or it's like cocaine and shit. And it's like an upper, and it's like I know it's not a psychedelic.
Nah,
That's for
I
sure.
wouldn't want to do it. I know where my lane is. Weed and alcohol.
I would try the heroin pill. I would try the heroin pill once. I don't think I would try anything else.
But I brought my needle. You don't want to shoot up?
Yeah, I mean,
Got a nice black tar from south of Mexico.
How are you? How are you when you get like shots or blood drawn?
I don't like it. I don't look at it.
What do you do?
I used to cry. Sometimes I still cry.
Nice. Good to know.
I don't like it. I
Yeah,
hate because
right.
like most of the time when they're drawing blood from you and shit's like a needle this fucking
They draw a
long,
lot.
and
I
they
had to
put the
get
whole fucking needle in. And I'm like,
it doesn't hurt me, but just like knowing it's getting drawn, like I had to get blood drawn to do this job I had to do like for the prerequisites and shit, and then I had to get um a TB test and shit. And
yeah,
for fucking when I got a thing removed and I
an
had to get
AIDS
an injection
test.
there. Yeah, exactly. And just like knowing it's happening, it's just like the nerves are.
Ugh.
I,
Oh,
I do this thing where sometimes I'll laugh. I know it's happening because it's like uncomfortable. I'm just like yeah, there's a needle pulling my liquids out, and it's just
I hate it.
yeah, it's just a weird. It just makes me laugh for
Oh, it
some
makes my
reason.
arm feel weird. I felt that. I'm like, especially because I have trauma as a kid.
Oh
Because
god,
like I was always going to like the doctor because I was fat. Like I was
yeah,
pre-diabetic when I was 7.
yeah,
I did,
exactly. I
you
got your
know.
glucose
So
and
I
all
would
that
always
shit
had to go
taken.
get my blood drawn all the
Did you have
time
to
when
get the
I'd
needle in
go.
the stomach?
No,
Okay.
I would just have to get blood drawn to get tested to see how it is. And, like
Hmm.
every time I'd go, I'd be fucking crying because like it'd be a fucking big old vial
Yeah.
of blood they take. And I remember one point, like I only got like a quarter filled, and I just
Mm.
would stop crying. Like, all right, well, we don't need any more.
Yeah, it's like we can figure this out
Dude,
from
I
here.
just don't like. And then it's not good. Like when the doctor's like, "Yeah, you're fat. You need to lose weight," and then you're just like,
Yeah,
"Oh
you already know. It's like I don't think you tell me I'm fat.
God,
You don't need to take my blood pressure. Tell me that.
awful."
Yep. But it's
Yeah, it's not fun being on high blood pressure medication when you're 8. You know.
yep. Then you get you'll cut on your arm and you bleed out because it's also a blood thinner.
Yeah.
Not great.
Wow.
It's not
But
great.
that's why I learn over time. So I had to be strict about some things.
Hmm.
I don't want, I don't want to be like my dad, diabetic. Have like all the like orange bottles around. He's like, "Oh, I gotta take this pill today." I'm like,
Yeah,
it's annoying.
very much so. That's another just like
It's a
just impact
hassle,
on your
and I don't
stress.
need to do
Fucking
that.
big like Margie get one of those rows. It's like wait, this is my Sunday
My
pills,
godmother
my
had
Sunday
that.
morning pills, my Sunday night pills, Monday morning, Monday night.
And the funniest thing when you see that, because my godmother had that, because she had to take vitamins and pills every day. I remember one time on Sundays, my dad and I would go over to her house to mow her lawn and stuff.
Hmm.
And I just remember when
Being
we would
good
finish the
Mexicans.
job, exactly, good Mexicans, free labor. And then I would go into her house as my dad was putting things away, and she's like, "Oh, come sit with me at the table," and we'd just be sitting there watching TV, and like she'd just be there, all old and decrepit, just fucking with her fucking pill thing, just open it up like one bottle at a time, each pill, and then a couple fall out.
Oh man, it's a terrible image, but it is kind of comedic.
Well, I mean, it's funny in a set, but my godmother, dude, she was born in 19. God, what was it? Like 1920 something. She lived through the Great
Yeah,
Depression,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And like, goddamn, when I tell you, like, this lady had no filter, no goddamn filter. I remember when I was 15, when I would go to her house, because there's a point when she was like 80 something. She
Yeah.
was just hated living. So every time I go, she's like, "Don't get old, Caesar. I wake up every day and I wish I was dead." I'm like, "Oh, I know." I'm like, all right, well, I know I'm in pain every day. Every time I'd go, she'd be like, "I want to be dead." And then she fucking didn't. She just kept going until she kicked the bucket at 96, and then she finally.
She said, finally. Oh, good. I know you've said that before on the podcast, but it never gets any less funny just because it's hilarious.
Then how do you think that affects me? I'm like 15 and shit. I'm like, well, Jesus, all right, already having my own thoughts about death and shit.
Yeah, you're already like, fuck yeah, there really is no point to living. This is what's going to happen to me. What's the point to anything? But then you get a bit older and you realize, no, it's not the end. It's what you do along the way. And yada, yada. It doesn't help. I still want to die. God damn it.
No, I know. I remember
Oh.
my godmother, there was a point where my mom was in Mexico for a bit. And then, my dad would have to work and stuff. So she would come by the house in the mornings or in the afternoon. She would pick me up to go to school. And like she would always make me lunch, which was a nice thing because
Nice.
like I don't want to disrespect my mom or anything because I never took lunch because I would get school lunch. But I kind of wish she would make me lunch because my godmother's sack lunch was always like really good. Because like it's like I'm like she doesn't have she didn't have good relationship with her kids. God bless her soul. I wonder why. Because she left them in
Okay.
Ohio because she didn't want to raise them.
Ohio.
She didn't
Okay.
want to raise them.
Fair
She's like,
enough.
"Fuck it, I'm leaving."
All right.
She had
Live your
problems
truth,
with her
lady.
man, so
There you go.
bad
Second
blood
with
already.
it. There we go.
Bad blood already as it is. So
Hey,
with
she's a
me,
woman. She doesn't have to pay child support.
exactly. So like with me and my
a
brother,
life
she
hack
kind
for
of
you.
like, looked at us like kind of like her kids, like kind of like a second chance
This
a
is
little
my
bit.
redemption arc.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
can do it better this time.
But I was her godchild, so I was her favorite. Fuck you guys. But no, I don't give a shit about that. But I kind of do. But her sack lunch, I remember specifically every day. It was great because like it would be like a nice fat turkey sandwich on like whole wheat, and
Nice.
it'd be like a bran muffin, like
Nice.
one of those tiny ones.
Oh yeah.
A fruit roll up and then a little Gatorade. I'd be like, yeah, because my fat ass like,
Yeah.
yo, fruit roll up, just eat that shit. Nah, it was good.
I had a similar thing every day. My mom would make fucking. It was like a peanut butter and honey sandwich, and a fucking
Oh,
also like a fruit roll up. But it wasn't the strip. It was like the flat. It was the flat
the
big
tattoo
circle.
tongue sticker
No, no,
ones.
no. It was like a big. It was like a big circle, like this big, and it was like a fruit thing, and you would unravel it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was it the real long ones?
Kind of. They were like that big. And it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
they're
on
like
like
colorful, like different color tips on the top.
no, it was just one solid color.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
thinking of something else.
no, these were like probably like healthier or like
Yeah, healthier.
or like
Because your
not
mom's vegan and stuff.
no, but it also like probably not name brands, probably a little cheaper as well. So,
Mm.
but yeah,
It's like great value.
that and an apple exactly, and it wasn't too bad. I love me a good peanut butter and honey sandwich.
I mean, peanut butter honey sandwich, a fruit roll up, and an apple is pretty
Yeah,
good.
dude, I'll stick that sometimes. I got peanut butter, I got honey, fucking peanut. So here's what you do, right?
All right.
So you have the two pieces of bread, right?
What
And,
kind of bread?
whatever type of bread you got. I've fucking used sourdough before because it's the only type of bread I had. It wasn't the best, but it's
Wow.
what I had at the time. But I think I toasted it to try to make it like melty a little, make it a little more
Mm.
appealing. But I don't know. But either way, I do like a piece of white bread or wheat bread or something soft, and that's like a little bit of sweetness to it. Not that Subway bread that can't be classified as bread because there's too much sugar in it.
What about baguette? Could you use a baguette? Like a fresh baguette, it's all soft and shit, and then you could press it down.
Oh, you know what would be good?
Me?
You get a baguette, yes. You get a baguette, but you split it in half, and then you get a real fine knife, and you cut just along the inside of the crust, so you get just a soft inside, and then use that as the bread. So it's a hella
Oh.
fucking soft.
But then you have the outline.
Well, then you eat that because that's delicious. You can just eat that. That's what I would do at least.
I would just use the whole thing.
Yeah, but this little too much crunch. If you're eating
Because
a
there's
kid-
not too much meat on the inside that you can use unless it's like a really fat baguette.
Well,
you know?
usually isn't. That's why you cut it super close to the outer rind of it to get the most of that inner softer bread meat.
Well, yeah, but like if you get like a really thin baguette, you're not getting
Yeah,
much.
if you're trying to make a peanut butter and jelly with that,
You could. That's why you use the whole thing at that point.
You'd have to be a really kind of special kind of person to both be well off enough to afford a baguette regularly, but also dumb enough to not know that you shouldn't use it for a PB and J. You know, while you're there, why don't you
afford
get some Wonder Bread? If you're getting a baguette, you can afford some decent bread. So while you're at it, buy a bag of Wonder Bread and then slather some bullshit on there. That's what you use.
You know, a cheap baguette isn't that expensive. At
Yeah, it's
Bonds,
like
you can
$3,
buy it for
$4.
$2,
Oh,
like
yeah.
$2-3.
Either way, so you got two pieces of bread, right? And you know peanut butter is going to go on one, and honey's going to go on the other. But what you do is you put a little bit of honey, just a little bit, just a little over that first piece, and then you put the peanut butter on that. So it already gets a little soaked with honey, get that little bit of honey flavor, right? And just in case you put a little bit too much peanut butter, it kind of offsets it. And then you load this other bitch up, not too much because you want it super fucking soaky, but just enough where it does soak into the bread and gets in there. And you just
There's no such thing as too much peanut butter.
well, too much. I mean, well,
No.
if you want a decently balanced sandwich, there is.
Hey, man.
Unless you counterbalance it with an appropriate amount of honey
Milk.
and or jelly. That too, yes. You love dude. I fucking love get a peanut butter and jelly, cut it in fourths, and then dip it in fucking milk. Fuck yeah, dude.
I do that with a baguette sometimes.
Oh
Get
yeah.
baguette, cut it up, and then dip it in milk. Oh, best thing ever.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
How is that different from with it having peanut butter?
The peanut butter and jelly, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich dipped in milk, as opposed
A
to
fresh baguette dipped
as
in milk?
opposed to a baguette. Yeah, I think that's incredibly different because one is softer bread as peanut butter and jelly and is a sweeter treat in general. The other is a baguette.
Yeah.
It's like a dinner roll. You put butter on that with like your fucking steak. You don't dip a baguette in fucking milk. What are you?
But I'm not putting butter on my baguette, you know?
Well, but if you're eating it for like dinner, if you got like a nice steak, potatoes, like a nice side of bread, a little piece of butter, a little butter it up, you know.
This is just a cultural difference. Mexicans do that all the time with sweet breads and stuff. We dip it
A
in
baguette
milk.
is not sweet.
I was gonna explain more with sweet breads and then any other type of bakery breads that you get. We always either dip it in coffee, milk, or cocoa.
So why don't you just say bread? why are you different sweet
Because I
breads
like,
and every other type of bread? We do.
well,
Damn, you're gonna put some fucking hard ass rye. You're gonna put some rye bread, dip that in some milk. You're gonna.
If we didn't have anything else, sure.
Why? Just eat on its own and drink the milk separately.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be milk. It could be coffee. It could be something else. Could be soup.
I guess. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense
Yeah.
because that's more flavorful.
It's just whatever's available.
But bread is like a fork or a spoon. In that bread is a vessel for flavor. When you make a sandwich, the bread has no flavor unless you're using like some specialty bread that has some cheese or spices baked into it. But for the most part, wheat, white bread, baguette, whatever, it has no inherent flavor. It's a vessel for the flavors held within it.
I don't agree with that. Bread has a flavor because
I mean, yes, but on the whole, bread is a vessel for other flavors. When you eat a sandwich, you're not tasting mostly the bread. You're tasting all the other things inside of it with the bread mixed in there, but the bread is the vessel. Similar to a soup, where you got the soup, you dip the bread in. The bread is a vessel for the flavors and the interiors of the soup to get you in there, and it gets a little soft on my mom. Your bread in and of itself, it can be a meal, but for the most part, it is a vessel.
Well, sure, but that's with other things like crackers, potato chips. It's all technically a vessel because you can eat them by themselves.
Potato chips, that's the thing on its own. That is not a vessel. Potato chips are not a vessel.
Dip.
Well, but that's a combination. You don't
What's
eat a
the
potato.
difference?
You don't eat a potato chip to get the dip. You eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You're not just gonna. You can eat spoonfuls of peanut butter and spoonfuls of jelly, but the bread is a vessel to mix them together. You can eat potato chips on their own, but you're not gonna be.
But you can eat bread on its own too.
I mean, you can, but what is more satisfying in the moment? I want a little snack. Am I going to eat a little bowl of potato chips or 2 slices of bread?
What if you don't have chips, but you have bread? You're like, yeah, I have some bread, put a little butter,
Well, so you're adding butter.
All right. What if you had no butter? You can just eat the bread.
I mean, I guess you could, but that's not a satisfactory snack. You're talking about in terms of possibility. Yes, you can, but is it as satisfying? See, this is where we get categorically different. See, so chips are a vessel for a dip when dip is present.
See,
but
you
chips
just
in and of themselves are not a vessel. Bread is mostly a vessel. Chips in and of themselves are not a vessel. When dip is present, it can be a vessel for it to add the dip, but not inherently. I feel like bread is at least 80% a vessel.
I don't agree. I say chips are a vessel, either with or without dip.
Are you always eating chips with dip?
No, because I could eat it by themselves too if I wanted to.
Exactly. But so let's say with chips and dip, you'll 50-50. So 50% of the time you'll eat chips on their own, 50% of the time you'll eat chips with dip. Is that fair?
But here's the thing.
So is that fair?
What? Sure.
Okay, sure. How often are you eating bread alone? Are you eating bread alone 50-50? Bread 50% of the time you're eating just bread, 50% of the time you're eating a sandwich or a mix or when you're using bread, most of the time, is it also an accessory to other things, such as in a sandwich or to make croutons or like a fucking stuffing or some shit? How often are you eating bread alone compared to eating chips alone?
At least once a week, because sometimes for breakfast I just have toast.
Well, see, but then you're toasting the bread. That offers a whole other layer of it.
That doesn't change much because it's still inherently just bread.
Well, because you're changing it. You don't change the chips when you buy them. You buy the chips and eat them. You buy the bread and you're toasting it. You're adding a whole other layer. You're adding crunch. You're adding a little of that burnt flavor, but you're adding occasionally a little butter, maybe, or a little jelly or something. Occasionally, you're changing it up fundamentally.
If it's it's
a vessel for the heat in the toaster.
If it's a sourdough bread loaf, then I don't toast that most often because it's already crispy and crunchy. I just eat it as it is.
Mm-hmm. I guess it is just.
But chips, it could be with other things. It doesn't have to be dip because sometimes, like if I'm eating like beans or something, I don't have anything else. I'll just use these chips real quick because why not? I don't want tortillas because a lot of carbs, but sometimes.
All right. I think it all comes down to a fundamental difference of uses of bread. Because like you said, it might just be a Mexican thing. I don't know anyone I know that just dips bread in milk and just eats it, unless the bread has peanut butter and jelly or something between it, or is a sweet bread in and of itself.
Well, you didn't grow up poor. That's the thing.
I did a little bit.
Not
my poor. No, not Mexican poor. White person poor.
Yeah. You don't know. It's different.
It's different. Yeah. A Mexican middle class is equal to a white person lower middle class. No. Mexican person lower class is equal to white person lower middle class.
No, probably not. I wouldn't agree with that. I would say
or upper lower class. Lower class white people is equal to just lower class Mexican people.
It's hard to put it on a scale, I think, because there's different types of poor,
Just like there's different types of bread, which should not be allowed wholesale in the milk without any other condiments or dressings on them. But
well, hey man, that's a preference. You can't diss on me for a preference,
I can and I will. Watch me.
You did, like you always do with a lot of things. But that's all right. I get it. I respect it.
Caesar, here comes the fundamental question that every podcast has to ask themselves at one time or another during their goings on: is a hot dog a sandwich?
Well, I brought this up to you before in like the earlier episodes.
Must have been way earlier.
It
Was it
was,
super early?
yeah, I brought that up as a question before. But here's my thing. You can argue that it is a sandwich because it is technically between two pieces of bread, even though there's that little hinge there. Let me explain before you jump in. Don't cut me off. There's that little bit of a hinge there. Obviously, so it's technically it is one piece, but it's folded over, so it kind of looks like a sandwich at a side view, because sandwich is two pieces of bread. You can argue because technically it is between two sides of bread, even though it's one. So you could argue that it is a sandwich. But a lot of people say, no, it's not really a sandwich. It's just like its own thing, which is fair enough in its own point, because you eat it like sideways. You don't really eat it like a sandwich, you know. But I think if I were to give my opinion on it, I think because it's a pretty sensitive topic. A lot of people a lot of people argue about this online. So there's a whole podcast I think dedicated to like stuff about this. Like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Like food in general.
Yeah,
about weird,
soup of cereal, that type of shit.
Exactly. Yeah, soup cereal. That's a good question. It's a hot cereal. I'll say that. But
soup is
sure hot cereal.
Oatmeal is hot cereal.
Well, yeah, oatmeal is.
Or soup is hot. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But it's man, if I were to give it an opinion, is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes and no. I mean, it could be because there's sometimes it depends. I think on because you could put a hot dog on different kinds of bread. It's not just a regular hot dog.
I think I remember this argument now because you said that, and then my response was what I'm going to say now. But then that depends entirely on the orientation of the hot dog and the bread.
Yeah, so I mean that could be because like sometimes you could put like I don't know, like I say yes and no. Like yes because like maybe you could put it on different bread if it's still a hot dog, and other stuff.
No. We're talking about hot dog bun. Hot dog and hot dog bun. So you get a hot dog bun, put a hot dog in it, a little ketchup, a little mustard on there. Is that a sandwich?
There's different types of hot dog buns though.
Either way, they got the same shape. It's the same fundamental shape.
I'm gonna say yes and no because like I can see why it would be, but like no in a sense as well because like you're not really eating it like a sandwich. It's more like a kind of like a burrito because you eat like a burrito.
Is
like
a hot dog a burrito?
No, burrito. No, that's totally different. But like same motion.
Yeah.
Burrito. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're used to it. But it's just
Glizzy engage.
Glizzy engage. No, it's a yes and no. That's what I would say.
It's not. Hot dog is not a sandwich. It's its own thing. When you said that, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, hot dog is its own thing. It is not a sandwich. It is a hot dog.
But I can see why it would be. Why people would say yes and why people say no.
If you put a hot dog between two pieces of bread, that's a sandwich. That's not a hot dog. If you use one piece of bread, if you put a hot dog in the middle of one piece of bread and fold it up, that's a hot dog.
See, this is why it's a sensitive topic. It could go both ways, in my opinion. It goes both ways.
But
just depends.
It's either or. It's a binary, but it depends on it depends all on the orientation. It's either a yes or no.
There's a lot of factors that you could. There's a lot of factors.
There certainly are.
That's why I choose to be indifferent because I can see both sides.
Exactly. I'm playing both sides. That way, I always come out on top.
Exactly. That's why I win either way. But
you know who's not winning?
Trump.
Him too. But also, I mean, actually, kind of is not winning. But he does have a positive. I don't know. He does have some, of course, followers who he has some.
Well, yeah, but who doesn't?
That's true. And also, Trump has way more riz than any of the other Republican candidates.
Oh, Christ.
Fucking Ron DeStinky. Who's the other one? It's Ron DeSantis, and there's another one that kind of sounds like his name. I don't even know.
Ron Jeremy.
No, who's the guy in Florida?
That's Ron DeSantis, isn't it?
There's another guy who's like another Ron or some type of shit. Yeah.
Ron White?
No, he's like a politician. But like, yeah, none of the other politicians on the Republican side have as much like charisma as Donald Trump, and then like the fervor that his fanatics.
Well, because he's a businessman, he knows how to present himself, so people can get on his side.
And he appeals to the crazy masses, which there's plenty of, and they're only getting crazier.
Oh, 100%.
It's not a great time. But yeah, who's not doing great is a game company called Vigil Games. I think
Vigil.
I think they're called Vigil.
Vigil.
I think they're called Vigil.
What have they done?
They've made such hits as Saints Row and Saints Row the Third, and the newest Saints Row game they came out.
Oh, the awful one?
Volition. That's what it is. Volition.
Oh, yeah,
Volition
I hear it's
Studios.
bad.
Yeah, it did so bad that that Volition Studios is shutting down. Because it sucks. You spend a lot of time making this game. Part of this already successful series and franchise, and just fucking completely flops. It's like I don't know what else Volition was doing. I know they did Darksiders. I think the first one at least, maybe. But yeah, the Saints Row was their main fucking thing, and this most recent one ate a big shit.
Well, yeah, because
Didn't do great for 'em.
they didn't do a lot of good mechanical things with it. They thought it'll sell because of the name. It's hip, it's new. There's a black guy in it now, so that's kind of cool.
It's like no, you
Awful.
should no. People like Saints Row because it's Saints Row. Don't fuck with it.
Awful.
No, it was not great, but
Oh,
at least Saints Row 2 and 3 and 4 still exist.
yeah, they're pretty good. Well, first one is really outdated, but
Well, yeah, the
it's
first one is
good.
still like the overhead, like GTA 1, isn't it?
Some maybe I don't
think
remember.
it is. Or it's either like that, or it's like, or it is super updated, like San Andreas type looking, but not as in depth or comedic. Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah, 2 is fucking great. I have it on Steam, but I've yet to play it.
I was playing GTA 5, not
Ooh.
GTA 5, GTA San Andreas,
Oh,
the
nice.
PS5 version.
Nice. Was it
cool.
was it part of the remaster, or was it just the port?
I think it's like the revamped, whatever it is
Damn,
for
so it
it.
looks like shit.
No, it's well, I don't know, but it looks amazing. It looks really
All
clean
right, yeah.
compared to the original. Where it's amazing. It's like yeah, if you bought it's like if you bought it on PC and put all the resolution and everything up, and your PC can run it. Like it looks that good. It's
Oh
good.
yeah, but does it have those new fucked up models they put in the remasters?
Fucked up. I haven't seen anything fucked up.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean by
Well,
that?
they just don't look good. Like,
Well, yeah, it's an old game.
well, no, but even when they did, when they came out with the trilogy, like 3 and fucking San Andreas and Vice City, they came out with that remaster pack, whatever, right? All 3, remember? A few
Yeah,
years
that's what
ago?
I had.
Yeah, all the NPCs look way shittier. They're like way uglier and way worse than they did on the PS2. Like, even with the polygonal graphics, the degree it matched, But apparently this newer one they don't look as great. It looks like shit, but it probably runs better now that it's been out for a while and updated it. But
I didn't see anything wrong. I thought oh yeah, this is what I remember.
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
of N-word thrown
Oh
around.
yeah, you're probably not looking too deep at the face of the NPCs and everything, but
Well, I mean, it's like a fucking remaster, like a PS2 game. I'm not expecting much.
but they could have made it look better than it does currently. Like there's
I think it looks good as it is.
There's one NPC that comes to mind. San Andreas remaster.
I think people are just too picky. That's all it is.
Well, I mean, it's definitely like look at that. Is that a face that should exist?
That is a face.
If they're doing remasters of PS2, that's like they can do better than that on the general overall scale of this.
Well, yeah, but it's a remaster, not a remake.
Well, I mean, still they put in they
It
put in the
face
work.
looks much better than probably most PS2 game
No,
faces.
but on the PS2, like this fucking this fucking right here. Javen's calling me, but I'm busy. Like this right here, that looks good for the PS2. Like that looks great for the PS2. It's like fuck yeah, exactly perfect.
Well, yeah, but that's a cutscene though,
But it's also in game on the PS2. It was all within that engine. It was all the same shit. But like with this newer one, it's too rounded and the faces. It's too rounded and the faces are too flat on there. It's not. I don't know where this. There's one specific picture I'll put up right here of this bitch when the game came out. It fucking she's it's they could have done better. They could have done better.
I think it looks good. I'm not complaining about it. It has the good nostalgia feel and it looks good. I'm like, oh, this is nice. It brings me back.
There it is, this bitch. This fucking face. Look at that face. That's a PS2 face.
Oh,
That's
that
a face that
girl.
would be in a PS2 game. I've seen better faces in PS2 games than this.
No,
bitch's face.
you're crazy.
Kingdom Hearts 2, any later stage PS2 game, PS3 titles look way better than this bitch does. They definitely could
What's
have
wrong
made
with her face?
it just doesn't look good for
Maybe she's just ugly. How about that?
I mean, they could have made a better looking ugly face. Like, look at the faces in fucking in Yakuza. Granted,
That's completely
that's a Sony
different.
and Sega exec. They put a lot more money into that, but granted,
You can't compare that. That's completely
to
different.
Rockstar Games, one of the biggest companies ever. They could do better than this. They're not direct comparisons, but it's they could do way better than that. Look at this. Look at this bitch. They could do. Look, what is that face? Look at this Ewok. Look at this Star Wars character.
I will
this
admit
garbage.
that's a little bad, but
Yeah,
the other one
that's
you showed me,
shit.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
It's definitely not great. It is not
no,
not fantastic.
People are nitpicking at too much.
There it is. There she is.
Oh, yeah, the last batch. Sure.
Yeah, there's
But like that
there
other
she
picture
is.
you showed me first, I'm like, that's not horrible.
But keep in mind, there's it's like those like 4 or 5 pictures I showed you. That's all there is. They just copy and repaste those for them. they could have done better. They definitely could have done better, and that was one of the main complaints.
Mm. I mean, I just have fun playing it. This nostalgia, because I only played 3 in San Andreas the most. I never played Vice City, so I never got
Oh
into it.
yeah,
But 3 in San Andreas,
I
because I
mean,
always forget that San Andreas has the stats. So I'm like, I'm already maxed out on muscle and shit. Like,
fuck, I
I
go to
got the
that gym every
Elvis
day.
haircut, so my sex appeal is like over through the roof.
Oh god.
I'm like, hey, what's going on?
San Andreas did have sick mechanics. You're shooting, you're driving, and it would go up to little meters. But that's just because, for me specifically, I like seeing meters go up and stats go up.
Yeah, it's
It's
nice.
very satisfying to my particular brand of tism.
Well, Nick, do you want to get into this week's challenge?
Oh God. The week we can. Yes, we certainly can. I was thinking, do you want to do the music recommendations now, and
No,
then
we do
end
that
right
at
after the challenge, or do that afterwards, anyways?
No, we always end on music
All
recommendations.
right. Well, then, yeah. Let's say. Why don't we get into this week's challenge?
Woo, woo,
We'll set
woo.
up, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
How do I know when it's recording? Is it going now? How do I know when it's going? How do I know? Hello everyone. It's me, Nick, from the Vibin podcast. The podcast you're watching right now. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool how we're doing that. You're watching it. Anyways, I just want to stop in during this break to let you remind you to like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment as well. Because if you don't, I just might kill myself. I get closer and closer to the edge every single day, and this might be the day that finally breaks my particular camel's back. I've never been one for seeing in the future, but I see something like that coming this way. Santa's seen it too. So if you wanna see this channel continue to grow and reach even further beyond, then leave a like and subscribe. Santa would like it too. That Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Merry Kwanzaa. And for you Mormons and Adventists and Scientologists, how does it feel knowing that your winters are a lot less happier than those of us who pretend to be of religious faith so that we can receive presents? Even the Jews got it. I mean, come on, what don't they have? Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah, right there.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. We have now set up for the illustrious, what's this game called?
Cornhole.
Challenge.
Woo!
So, as far as the rules I know, you're picking blue. You like blue. You're a blue boy.
I like blue.
You can be Virgil. I'll be Dante.
Period.
Exactly. But the rules of cornhole, as far as I know, we have this cornhole bowl over here. Board, hole as well. If you land one of your sacks on the board, it's 1 point. It can't be touching the ground either. Like if it lands right here, dual camera setup, motherfuckers. If it lands right here and it's like touching right here, like the corner, it does not count. It has to be
On the board or in the hole?
fully on the board. In the hole is 2 points.
Okay. And are we playing 3 rounds or what are we doing?
I mean, yeah, we can maybe see how fast this first round goes because it's going to add up the points, and we'll see maybe 2 rounds. Who has the most points then, or 3 rounds? We'll see how it goes.
And the loser for this challenge will be pummeled by the cornhole bean bags.
Oh yes, and maybe even getting a steel cage or a steel chair over the back, WWE style with the board.
Oh,
But
yeah.
probably not because it might just like splinter apart. I don't know.
Yeah,
These
because
aren't,
this does. You said it was kind of old, right?
Yeah, these are pretty old.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, it's held together by some screws, by some Phillips.
Well, I don't think we should
Some
hit
Phillips heads.
hit it over ourselves, though. That'd be a little.
And this one is kind of missing one right there. So
But
to start this off, let's see who goes first. So a nice riveting game of rock paper scissors.
yeah, one game.
Ganshin.
John Ken Poe.
John Ken. Yeah, John
Yeah,
Ken. All right.
ready? We're gonna do the.
We're going rock paper scissors
Yeah,
or
we'll
rock
go.
paper scissors go.
We're gonna go rock paper scissors go.
All right. And
Yeah,
Caesar,
we'll
I'll
do
let you
3
know.
and then 4. Go on 4.
I'll let you know beforehand. I always throw rock.
Yeah,
I
sure.
always throw rock.
All right,
I'll let you know. I always throw rock.
cool.
I always throw rock.
That's great.
All right.
For-
Ready? We're
for-
going on
for-
go, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What
Nice.
I tell you? I always throw rock. I told you I always throw rock.
Cool. Cool.
I told you. All right. Let's see. I'm in my first bag here. My first bag full of beans. Let's see if I have the dexterity. Oh, yeah, line up with that there. All right.
Stand right here for you.
Unos. Dos. Trace. Fuck.
Great
Well,
first start. My turn.
Yeah. All right, get that. That
I thought you
bag
were gonna
outta
slap my
here.
ass for a second.
I motioned to do so.
I felt like you were.
All right.
For some reason, I had a tingle in the back of my throat, or on the back of my ass, I guess.
Ooh, almost. Ooh.
Alrighty. Damn.
Damn. All right. 0 for 0.
Well, we fucking
hot on the
suck.
board with 0. All right. We got to warm up. We got to figure out the distance.
Yeah, that was the first.
We're too strong for this game. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, because this is a game for children.
It's a game for everyone. Cornhole is a game for all ages.
Well, sure, that's what it says on the sticker when you buy it, but you don't see any 50-year-olds playing this shit.
You do if you live in the Midwest, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, well,
I'm
what
sure
else do
over
they have
there,
to do?
Yeah, besides drink whiskey and fuck each other. God
Oh,
damn
it.
I have terrible aim already, so this isn't going to be a good game for me.
We are a little inebriated.
Just
so.
a tiny bit. You know, that never stopped any of the baseball players, any of the Red Sox.
Well, fuck.
Sick. Awesome. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe I need more of a I'll take more of a granny stance so I can get exactly forward.
I see. Maybe that's the optimal position.
A little bit. All right. Oh, fuck. God damn it. A little too hard. A little lighter.
We're throwing. I think that's the problem with both of us. We're throwing it a little too hard.
All right. Cesar Vega for the putt. 1 point on
1
the
point.
board.
1
Cesar.
point.
Cesar
All
Vega's
right,
got 1
1
point on the
point.
board. All right. Christ.
But if you knock mine off too, I'd lose a point, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Let's see. Oh,
1-1.
All righty. There we
All
go.
right.
You have more bags than I do, so this will be.
Yeah, I
be a
can't
bit
fuck
rough.
up now. I can't fuck up now.
Ooh,
2 points. 2 points.
Two. Count them 2. All right.
All right. Almost in the same exact spot.
I gotta get the hole. Come on, you son of a bitch.
Easy.
Get in there. Oh, Christ.
2-2. I got to land this one. I can win this one.
Right.
All right. I can do it.
Do
I
it.
feel it.
It's in the hole.
4 points.
4 points.
Wow.
All right. I think we should do a round 2.
Sure.
Not just because of my own Johns, but
Yeah, sure.
To
Whatever you
flesh
say,
it out.
loser. No,
Yeah.
No,
Fair
but
enough.
that first round is pretty short.
All right,
I think we could do best of 3 just to see.
All
Let's
right.
do it. Round 2.
You will now take the first
Oh
bout.
shit! All right, I'll go first. I'll go
Dude,
first.
Let's do this shit.
All
Get in
right,
that hole.
that's what I tell her.
Ooh,
Nice.
All right,
1
there it
point.
is.
1 point.
Close. You could all. It's very, very, very close. Close. You can probably possibly get that in the hole even. With some fancy maneuvering and throw speeds.
Oh shit!
Let's try this here. Come on, fucker. That was god awful. God awful. I was doing better with the granny strategy. This is not,
do your granny strategy.
not going well for me personally. No, not at all.
It's all right. We have 4 more bags. There's still
yeah.
plenty of time, and I could miss 2.
I got tons of bags full of beans.
Ah, shit.
You know, I could also try to just get yours off of there. Just fucking.
You
pelt
could.
it.
I mean, if you really wanted
I'm not sure
to.
how well that would work out.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
think throwing it
terribly.
aggressively would do anything. But
You getting that whole cunt? Christ.
oh, hit the rim.
No, I've never been good at sports. This is the worst time.
This
to be
is
not
not
good
a
at sports.
sport.
Well, I mean, just in terms of aiming a thing that is being thrown. You know,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
sport-like activities.
Woo! I got
Wow.
the hole.
3 points. 3 points already to my nothing in this round. Wow. This is it's not looking good. It's not looking good, folks.
Yeah, you have 3.
I tell you what.
Hey, underdog win, Nick. You never know.
Oh yeah, if I can sink every single one of these. That was, off the backboard might be a good strat, but
Oh, maybe.
didn't work out. Did not work out in that particular instance there. No, did not work out.
Damn. You
right,
still have
let's
2
see.
shots.
Oh,
yeah, you still got 2
yeah,
shots.
I got two. Let's see it. Whoop. Oh, all right.
Wow.
It's 4 points. 4 points. All right, to my nothing. Let's see.
If you get 2 hole in ones, that's 4 points, Nick.
Let's just fucking. There we go. I got the one. I got
Nice.
one. I'm on the board for this round. Cheese and crepes.
Cheese and crepes.
Let's see if you can make it, folks. See if you can get that second bag in. Third bag, rather. It's in the fucking.
Wow.
What's that? 6 points? Oh,
Yes.
Christ. Ooh. Oh boy, this is not looking like a good time for me, folks. For your humble narrator. I got one in. I finally got one in.
Hell yeah.
I got one in. Woo. Oof.
That was this round 3-6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
So
boy.
what's the total now?
So now you have 10, I have 5.
Wow.
That's not too great. That's not too great.
Well, I mean, hey, man.
We could do another round, but I don't think.
Well, it's whatever you want to do. I mean,
Oh,
I'm down
God.
to do another round if you want.
Shit. Let's coin flip.
It could be the comeback win.
Let's do a coin flip. Let me fuck. All right, flip this old penny.
Tails never fails.
All right, so what's tails?
What's tails?
Yeah, what's tails? Do we do another round of tails, or do we call it now of tails?
Heads, we do another round. Tails, we don't.
It's tails.
So we don't.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Either way, I think it would have ended up. So that was a 5-point lead. I would have had to get so many buckets. That was not going to happen. But
I mean, I could have missed every shot.
Fair enough. But knowing your natural born luck, your
My natural born luck.
your +2 to precision bonus you get from your Mexican racial class.
Exactly.
You
Drinking beer hidens my perception,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can easily see where the shot will land.
Yeah, you've got that drunkard savant stat where the more you drink, the better aim you have.
Well, folks, I think
it's time for us to set up my punishment.
yes, let's do that. I honestly forgot about a punishment.
Damn it! Why'd I have to bring it up?
And we're back, folks.
Oof. Ugh.
Nick is all lined up beautifully, as you can see over here on this wall.
I'm ready to receive my punishment, Father.
So I get tense. Yeah, you licked that microphone. Yeah.
Oh God.
Fucking whore. Yeah.
Oh, no.
How's that? That wasn't too bad, right?
That was all right.
How's this?
Oh God.
How was that?
It was all right as well. It wasn't the worst.
All right. I got your ass. That was nice.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
It went down like my waist.
Hell yeah, dude. I got the crack.
I'm gonna
What's
discover
up?
some. I'm gonna discover something about my. Oh. I'm gonna discover something about myself today.
Yeah, you like.
Oh God, no, my spinal cord. Oh no.
This is a bean bag, bro. Just be glad it's not one of those guns that shoots these things out.
Oh yeah, then I'd be yeah. It'd be not great if that shot me in the back of the neck.
Exactly. I'm gonna do an underhand for this one. How about that?
Let's see if you land on top of my head. Close.
I got you.
If I was a little closer, it would have been.
A little bit. It slipped right through the crack, just like this next one.
Oh no.
No, I got your butt cheek. That wasn't your crack, but.
No, I got like my leg. Like what? Kind of. Yeah,
All right, Nick. I got 2 left. I'm gonna go
All right.
a little harder on these ones.
All
Not
right.
too much, just a little bit. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Did
Did that hurt?
No, that was a little hard, but no, it didn't. No.
Alrighty. Now,
Oh,
it could be. Here's the thing, folks. I could be a real dick right now and throw this one really hard, which would be pretty funny. But I don't want Nick to hate me afterwards. But I missed.
Gotcha, bitch.
I missed.
Ooh. I was wondering if it would happen, and it did. On the very last one, the most important one.
It's all right.
Oh,
It's funny
boy.
that I missed.
Oh yeah, but fellas, thank you for joining us on this episode of the Vibin Podcast.
Yes.
It
Let
was
me
a-
go in the frame.
No, you're going that one.
want
Stay
me to
now.
do
Stay
this
over
one?
there.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
stay
right.
over there. This will be
Yeah, winner's over here, huh?
This will be a fun little thing to do at the end. Just put a little split screen. Yeah, but fellas, if you enjoy, music recommendations. Do you remember
Yes.
yours?
Music recommended. It is a song that I sent to you, but the band is named Flying a Mini, I believe. It's a Japanese band, and I think the song was something with an S, but I can't remember. But I sent you a screenshot, so you can put it
All right,
here.
either way, it'll be right here.
Yeah, it's a really good song. Check it out.
Oh yeah, and my recommendation is from a group made up of the comedy duo Fred Armisen and that other guy on SNL who I tried to describe to you before, but I couldn't describe.
Bill Mayer,
No, maybe
Fred Armisen. I know that. I know.
Yeah, it's Fred Armisen and another dude. It might be Bill Mayer.
Is he black?
No, he's
What
a
does
white.
he look like?
He's a white dude. He has big eyes, and I can't remember. It's not Pete
Brown
Davidson.
hair?
Yeah.
Bill Hader?
Bill Hader, yes. It's Fred Armisen and Bill Hader, and they have this band called the Blue Jean Committee, and their lore is that they were an early '70s soft rock band that started in like L.A. but it was made 10 years ago. But they have one song called it's like Sweet Caroline or something. See, now that I don't have it, I can't look at it. I remember the
I know.
exact name of it. But yeah, I'll put up right here as well as the name of it.
Boop.
It's a great song. I'll put up over there actually on top of you. But it's a great song. Very very vibey, very 70s rock, 70s soft rock ish. And it's great lyrics. Very very dumb. What you would expect of Fred Armisen and Bill Hader. But it's a great song nonetheless, and I highly recommend.
Hey, dude, I'll
Yeah.
dab to that.
Oh.
Fucking
I
awful.
remember one time in a performance because I was madrigals. We were at we were at a middle school, and then I didn't know the lyrics of the particular song we were singing, so I just went. And then those middle schoolers loved it. They ate that shit up. It was great. I was the MVP of that show just because
Um,
I did the whip into the dab.
Congratulations, you impressed 50 12-year-olds.
I certainly did. It was the highlight of my life. And hopefully we can be the highlight of your lives in the next episode. Everyone, leave a like, just hit that, get that confetti coming out. Comment and subscribe. Do all those things. Share it with everyone that you love,
Woo!
and we'll share our love with you.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. I'll fuck your butt all day and night. Just the two of us.
You and I.